Welcome, everybody, to Drive Through Sports with Adam and Paul. Today is June the 24th on a Wednesday, 2020. Adam Freeman coming to you from my homestead here in Ackworth, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Reese is in Brentwood, Tennessee. I just got back from a little golf outing, started on Monday, and played 72 holes in the last 3 days. More golf than I've played. Probably played more golf in the last 3 weeks than I played in the last, no doubt, 5 years combined. So a lot of time on the golf course, a lot of time in the pro shop, a lot of time on the driving range. And let me just tell you, it all added up and culminated at about the 12th hole today when I took an 8-iron on a par 3 and hooked it so badly out of bounds that I couldn't even find it. I even managed to hurt myself. And I went in worried about the blister on my thumb, which was not a problem, but I did something about the 8th hole today on a drive, and it was my middle finger on my left hand, and I don't know, it was like one of my small muscles in my finger, and I pulled it or something, and every drive I hit after that, it felt like somebody was sticking a knife in it. So basically I compensated by allowing or forcing my right hand to do most of the work, which basically meant I was hooking everything. I think I had maybe the last 10 holes, I probably had 4 shots off the tee that were decently playable. Now, I only hit probably 2 out of bounds out of those 10, but the other 4 that I hit were like 80 yards down the fairway. So when you're playing match play, that's not a good way to start a hole. And the way we had it set up, today was the match play day. And
listen, Adam, I got to stop you. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
laughing. I'm not laughing at your expense. I'm laughing that Father Time always wins, has remained undefeated.
He's so undefeated, man.
And you, my friend, just got a little taste of defeat.
Man, I am not 22 years old anymore. I cannot stay up late and just go out there. Just know the driving ranges were closed at both the places that we went. So it was literally roll up, get a biscuit at the pro shop, hit the tee. That was it. It was straight up. And Monday when we went up, we played a course in Chattanooga called Moccasin Bend, which is situated between the water treatment facility, Moccasin Bend Water Treatment Facility, and the Moccasin Bend Mental Health Hospital, in a small patch of land there that is fairly wide open and fairly forgiving, which was good to start out on for our first 18, our first round of golf. I got paired with, just to give you an idea of how we set this up, we had 12 guys, 2 teams of 6. We had a top flight golfer in each one, and they basically seeded the teams down on down. I was the 5th seed on my team.
Okay, you were number 5.
I was number 5. Yeah.
5 of 6.
5 of 6.
That's okay. There's no pressure on you.
Not really. No, there was no pressure on. There was no expectation on me whatsoever. All I had to do was come up with a couple of shots here and there. And actually, the guy that I played with the first day, he was our 4 seed. So they matched us up together, playing against the 4s and 5s on the other side. And to me, he was more like a 2. I mean, he played really well. And the reason I give him those props is because he was really good off the tee. and we had a pretty good approach game. And we ended up shooting, and we played best ball. So that first round was best ball, and we shot 78 best ball. Which
and the team you faced, what did they shoot?
I don't know what they shot, but we did it on a hole by hole. I kept our score, but it was just kind of whoever. Let me see if I can grab my thing. Where's my remote here? Lost my bearings here. Okay.
Well, the reason I ask is, Ryder Cup, you go against, those two guys. Did you defeat those two guys?
No, we did not. In fact, here's how it played out. We were up at one point. We were 4 up.
Up.
4 up. Listen, we were 4 up. I hit like a 30-foot putt to go 4 up. We were feeling good, feeling great, as a matter of fact. But I'll tell you what, the weather was looming, and it was hot. I'm talking like it was 92, 94. And about the 8th hole, man, I could feel it, man. I could feel it just sucking the life out of me. And so we make the turn, and I'm still playing good, and we're both playing good. We hit 10. My tee shot is pin high off to the right. I chip it within about 6 feet. I hit the putt. That was my hole. I made every shot. Like, we kept my shot. We played my shot the whole time. And so I parred that hole. It's a long par 3. It's like 190-yard par 3. And we won that hole. And I think that kept us up like 3. And we got all the way through. And get this, we were 2 up with 3 holes to play, and we lost.
Oh, Choke Central.
It was just not good. I mean, I missed a putt on 16 that would have ended it. And then on 18, holy cow, I just creamed a drive. And then second shot, my partner didn't hit it very well. It was a long par 5. I hit a 4-iron, 4 hybrid within about 60 yards. So we were looking at the green. It was right in front, in the fairway, 60 yards away. And all I had to do was pitch it up there, and we would have had a chance at birdie. And I tried to run it up there instead of flop it up there. And it was so wet, and I hit like a little patch there in the front, and it just killed it, or it was going to run up there. And so we ended up bogeying that hole, and they ended up parring it and to win it. So
all right.
Anyway,
so day 1, you're 0-1 Ryder Cup.
Day 1, we did not get the point. Our counterparts got the point.
Yeah, I got you.
So so basically there were 3 points up for grabs, and I think the other team got 2.5, and our team got a half a point.
All right,
we tied.
Here we go. All right, this is where it all starts to. Let me just ask you this: as far as the elder statesman, are you that person in the group?
Okay, Terry's 51.
Okay,
I'm 48.
Right.
In our group, I was the second oldest in our group.
Now, I'm talking about the whole 12
for
guys.
the whole 12 guys. I was probably like the 4th oldest one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, 4th oldest. I mean, we got guys like former college golfers, golf coaches. I mean, these guys live on golf courses basically. And then you got me and Terry and another basketball coach.
Yeah.
And so.
All right. Well, so here's the question.
All right.
Round ends at Moccasin Bend.
About 7 o'clock, 7:15.
We pack it up and we start rolling down the street.
We pack it up. We head to Pikeville.
Okay.
And we stop at the Pizza King in Pikeville, which was the only restaurant in Pikeville that was open. We were going to go to Los Panchos, but it shut down from COVID. So we couldn't eat there. We pulled it up on the map, and everybody's like, we got the GPS coordinates for Los Panchos, and all of a sudden we get the group text while we're driving to Los Panchos. Los Panchos is closed. We can't eat there. So we go to, he's like, we're going to Pizza King. So Terry was, Pizza King? What? I don't want pizza. So we get to Pizza King in Pikeville, Tennessee, which I've never been that far up 27 and 111 and all that up there. It's really pretty up there. We get there, we go in, and they've got arcade, like Miss Pac-Man Galaga. You know, it's a pizza. It's an old school pizza place. You know,
awesome.
And it was great. And so we go in there. They've got calzones. They've got spaghetti and meatballs. They've got great pizza. Chicken Alfredo. I mean, Terry got the chicken Alfredo. He said it's the best chicken Alfredo he's ever had. And I had the spaghetti and meatballs, and it was just an enormous plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Great food. And you would never think of it because it's across, I mean, it's like attached to a gas station. I mean, but this place was great. It had great food, you know. Pizza King in Pikeville, I highly recommend it. It's very, very good. You'd love it because the portions are great.
I'm all about portions.
You would love, it was like $8. All right, so yeah, you would have really been a fan of this place. So we eat. You know, it's like 8:30 at this point, 8:45. We still have like 30 plus minutes, 45 minutes to go to even get to Lake Tansi, to the resort. So we roll in the resort like 9:30, 9:45. And let me tell you, the drive from Pikeville to Lake Tansi, there's not a headlight out there that could have illuminated that place. I'm telling you, I've never driven through
pitch black
darkness like that. And I mean, your head is on a swivel because you're just waiting for an 8-point buck to jump out in front of you. I mean, it was dicey. And it's, you know, it's state highways, 2-lane roads, so you can't. And it's so dark you can't enjoy the scenery because you can't see anything outside of your headlights, and it's hard to even see that. So we got there late. You know, got there at almost 10 o'clock.
Let's give a quick review of the sleeping facilities.
Sleeping facilities were great. It's very simple. They're cabins right there on the lake. We had a little back porch with a picnic table. We even had a dock in the back.
So all 12 stayed in one cabin?
No, we had 3 cabins. 4.
Gotcha. All right.
So it 2 bedrooms each, 2 double beds in each bedroom. It even had a TV in each bedroom, big screen TV out in front, full kitchen, breakfast area, big couch, chair. Very nice. Just simple, but very nice. You know, exactly what you need because everything there is geared around doing stuff outside, boating, fishing, water skiing, golf. And so it's really, you're just there to like basically shower and eat and sleep.
Right.
And it's perfect for that. So I would highly recommend Lake Tansi Resort for anybody that loves golf on a budget because we basically played 3 rounds there and stayed 2 nights for $220. You know,
that included the golf.
That included the golf, yeah.
Wow.
And Lake Tansi is and I found this out today or yesterday. It's a top 10 course in Tennessee. It's one of the top 10 courses in Tennessee, and it plays like it. I mean, it honestly does. It is a challenging course. So
all right, so we're rolling on day 2. Here we go. Is this the 36-hole day?
This is the 36-hole day. Yes.
All right. Format number 1.
Okay.
Day 2.
Format number 1, day 2 was low ball. So low ball.
All right. Here we go.
Me and my partner, and I got paired with with our number 2.
Okay.
Who apparently at Moccasin Bend was absolutely killing it. All right. He was playing like a number 2. I get paired with him in the morning. Now, we get delayed by about 45 minutes because it's raining so hard. And we got pelted on the way up there on Monday night by some rain. I was driving 35 miles an hour on what was basically the interstate up there. And there were times when I could hardly see. That's how hard it was raining. So we got that the night before on that course. Then in the morning, it's raining when we wake up. So we were supposed to tee off at 8. We don't tee off until about 8:45, almost 9 o'clock. And we have to start on the back 9 because the front 9 just doesn't drain as well. At least that's what they were telling us. So we start on 10. And
explain what low ball is now in this format.
Okay, in this format, low ball is basically you play stroke play, you and your partner, against the two other teammates in your foursome. And whichever partner, like if my partner shoots a 5 and I shoot a 4, then the other team has to beat the 4 that I shot. Okay. And the same thing goes. So they could be, either one of those two guys, if they shoot a 4, it's a push and nobody wins the hole.
Gotcha.
And we just go to the next hole. So yeah.
I'm thinking that you're probably playing almost all 18 right here because low ball is tough to win a hole outright, in my opinion.
Yes, it is. I mean, and yeah, we had to play all 18 for sure. I mean, we did play all 18, but again, the condition of the course, Paul, and I texted you a picture. That was the middle of the number 2 fairway that I showed you, that lake. That was in the middle. I mean, you could hit it straight down the middle of the fairway. You get no bounce, you get no roll. You're plugging balls in the fairway. I mean, that's how soggy it was.
Right.
So the conditions definitely played a factor in that morning round and in the low ball round. So again, I stress I'm playing with the number 2 guy, Shannon. He's a great guy, basketball coach, big guy, about 6'8".
Wow.
Yeah. And again, he was killing it on Monday. I think he shot like a 41. They say he shot like an 83 on Monday.
Well, you're setting him up. You're setting this story up that he just did not carry you very well.
Oh, so we play the back 9. Okay. The back 9, I shoot a 53. I shoot a 54. He shoots a 53.
Wow.
So we did not. I think we won 2 holes on the first 9 we played.
Okay.
But we get back to the front 9, and we keep it close. We're kind of back and forth, and we were playing against one guy that was about my age. That's a basketball coach, and then another guy was like 34, 35. I mean, he was their number 2, and
I got you. Should have been the number 1.
He played like a number 1 against us. He was stroking it about 250 off the tee every time, right down Main Street, and then his irons were absolutely killing us because he was putting it on the green, and they were 2-putting, and I mean, they could. And a lot of times they 3-putted and win the hole.
Yeah. And
again, the greens, just because you're on the green, we had so much rain. Water was pooling on the greens.
Yeah.
And the greens were so unpredictable. Now they probably have these in Tennessee with the whole COVID thing. They got the pool floats in the hole.
Right.
On the 17th tee, the thing was floating out of the hole. I mean, you could put it in, but the little float would like pop it out. I mean, that was an issue. So
we're saying round 2, Team Freeman takes another L. But you get a little lunch in you, and we're going back out.
Got a little bit of lunch, and we thought we were going to have about 2 hours between. Thought we'd get done, have about 2 hours, maybe even shower, lunch, change clothes. No, because they pushed us back. We had to go at like 2:10. So we went. Well, actually ended up being. We're supposed to go at 2:10, but it ended up being about 3 o'clock. But because we got pushed back, we only had about 45 minutes between rounds.
Right.
We did get some to eat. So I get paired with the number 1 flight guy.
Oh, here we go.
What
is this format?
This format is alternate shot.
This guy's looking at you going, why?
He's like, why am I paired with this guy?
Now, wait a minute. Let me try to clarify this, Adam, for the viewers. It was up to the captain to make the pairings, and if this is how the Ryder Cup goes.
Yes.
So if he was the captain,
he made the pair. Yeah.
He felt like you may have given him the best bet to get a point.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So we're playing first 9, killing it the first 9. We're working well together. We're playing off each other, playing some good shots. He is just monstrous off the tee. So I want to say he wanted to have the even holes, I think, off the tee. So I was like, okay, we can do that. Let's do that. Or the odd holes. So he stripes one down the middle, first hole. And I think we end up taking like 4 or 5 of the first 9 holes. So at one point, I think on 12, we were up. We were 4 up on 12.
All right.
We're 2 up with 3 to play. I hit a drive on 16. All we have to do is win 16. We have to win one of the last 3 holes, and it's done. All we have to do is win 16. So I hit a drive, and I slice it between the 16th and 17th fairway, into the trees, whatever. This guy hits a cut, and it's right up by the green. All right. Okay. Now I got the chip shot onto the green to set up a par putt. Okay. Now, again, all I got, and it's a sloping green. I know I need to hit it. I hit a great chip shot. It hits, it rolls around within like 4 feet. Okay. It's his putt. I'm like, this is money. He's been hitting putts like crazy all day. Dude, he pulls it and hits the back edge, and it jumps out for a 5, and they hit their putt. Okay. So now we got to win 17. All right. So he drills it down. We're about 110 out on 17. All we got to do is win 17. They're laying 2 where his drive is, basically. Okay. All I've got to do is pitching wedge onto the green over water. But it's only like 110. So I don't even have to hit full pitching wedge. Man.
Be better.
Man, I catch more ground. I hit this thing about 60 yards. It goes right in the middle of the water. So now we're into out 3. He puts it a little bit short. We're about 18 feet away. I'm putting for bogey, basically win the hole. I've got this thing read perfectly. It's got about a 2-foot break on it. I hit this putt, man. It's going right there, and it's like it hits it hit about 8 inches from the hole. It hits a piece of Velcro and just stops. So we lose that hole.
So it's all square.
At this point, it's all square. Yeah.
Here we go.
We're going into 18. We got to win this hole. And
Big Mo is not on your side.
No, we have no. and Freeman is on the tee. Freeman's on the tee. Now, and I hit one, about 200 yards. Now, this is like a 560-yard par 5. And it's uphill at the end. So I hit one about 200 yards off the tee. He goes up. Normally, he's money, and he could hit that shot probably 250 and get us I can pitch it up there, and we're putting for birdie. He hits it out of bounds across the fairway. So now We're out 2. And we're into out 3. I'm hitting 4. And I got no look. I got trees. All I can do is 7-iron it back into the fairway.
Right.
Which I managed to do. I 7-iron it back into the fairway, give him a nice look. So he's hitting 5 into the green, into 18. Now here's the thing. We're the last group.
People are circling the green.
They're circling the green, man. You got 8 guys on the green. The other 2 teams, foursomes, has finished. So they're all looking to see what's going on. So he puts it within about 18 to 20 feet. And it's below the hole, so I can take a run at it. And the other guy is probably about the same distance, but he's on the other side. And so I'm putting uphill. He's basically putting across the hill, but not much of a break. So he's a little bit further out than me, maybe 20, 25 feet. So he putts his, and man, his looks like it's going in, and he misses it by about 6 inches. So all I got to do is hit this putt. If I hit this putt, then we win. I hit this putt, man, and I'm thinking, I'm looking, and it looks like it's left edge. So I'm going left edge, and I strike it, and it doesn't move. Straight, it was perfect speed, and it ends up about this far to the left of the hole. I mean, if it had gone in, it would have been the last revolution in. I mean, it would have been epic.
Yeah.
But I missed it, so we both get 6. So we basically have the hole and at half the point. So we tied. So we got a half. They got a half.
So your current Ryder Cup record is 0-2-1.
Pretty much, yeah. And then that gets us to today. So today we get to the course, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tee. We're the first group. So first group, we go off. And
are you playing against their 5?
I am now playing against their 5. Yes. So it's matchups, straight up head to head.
Right.
Supposed to be equal talent, right? Okay. So I'm going up against their 5. Now, their 5 is a 24-year-old basketball coach, okay, that I'm pretty sure plays a lot of golf. All right. And where he killed me was off the tee. Off the tee, he had a little bit of a slice, but it was low, and he could put it in the fairway about 175, 200 every time. And I was hooking them. You know, I just couldn't get – I was a stroke down right off the tee. So I ended up first 2 holes, I tripled, and I tripled the first 2 holes. I got 7 on the first 2 holes. So I'm down 2 after 2 holes. I'm in trouble here. Well, I put on a massive rally. Next hole is a par 3, 7-iron, just off the green. I pitch it up. I hit the putt, par, win that hole. Next one, I just kill a drive. A little to the left, behind a tree, behind like one of these bushy trees, not a tall tree, but it's right in my line of sight. I'm about 120 out. I pitching wedge this thing over within about 12 feet of the pin. 2 putt for par. I win that hole. The next hole is a par 5. Par 5, uphill, hit my drive pretty well, about 220 or so. It's right off the cart path. Then I hit a 4-iron that's just probably about 190. It gets me to the base of the hill. I'm looking up at the green. I pitch and wedge just off the edge where I can putt it. And I putt it within about 18 inches, and I par that hole. So I win that hole. That's 3 in a row. Now I'm up 1. Now we go to the next hole, which is a long par 3. It's like a 190-yard par 3. So I get out the 4 hybrid again. I hit it great. It's about pin high, but it's to the left, in between 2 bunkers on a little knoll. The green is sloping downward from where I'm looking. So I'm looking at the pin, but I got to hit it to the far left and try to play this roll. Man, I hit this thing perfect. It bounces on the fringe, rolls down, carries right to the hole within about 4 feet. I hit the putt, par. So that's 4 in a row. Now I'm up 4-2. I lost 5 of the next 7 holes. We tied 4, and then I lost the next 5, and I was out. And I did end up taking 2 of the last 3, but and that's right around the 10th hole. That's when I did something to my finger, and I couldn't. It really messed up my drive. I mean, to the point where on 18, I hit a drive and I smoked it, and I thought my finger came off. I mean, that's how much it hurt. I went down to one knee. I didn't even see it land. I mean, I hit it really well, but I was like, oh, I'm going to pay for that later. Like, seriously, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play golf for about a week or so, because my grip, I just, like, when I go to make a fist, I feel it. And when I go to extend my hand, I can kind of feel it stretch. And then when I go to, like, make a full fist, it's hard for me to do that. But yeah, it was a struggle, man. It was, I've never played that much golf in that short of amount of time. And we played 54 holes in about 20 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so, or 28 hours. So I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good around the green and putting, even though the conditions were not great because it was so wet. And then the afternoon round yesterday and even today, the greens were very fast because they'd had a chance to dry out.
Here's my question.
Really fast. All right.
Now, we talked about on our Friday Night Live episode about how many golf balls you were taking.
Yeah.
There was an over and under on how many you would bring home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You have those results for us.
I do have those results for you. I lost 12 golf balls.
That's not bad.
I don't know what forget what the over-under was.
Well, I mean, you took how many? 30?
I took 36.
6, right.
Yeah.
So I think the 16 was the over-under.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get into I lost all my Bridgestones. Well, I take that back. There was one that I hit into the woods that I didn't lose, but after seeing a 5-foot snake cross the cart path, I was not going to retrieve that ball because there's just no way I was going to go in there and get it. I could see it, but I was like, Woods, you can keep it. So how many did I lose? 11. Because I can take you right back now and take you to that golf ball. But I was like, it's lost. So it's number 12. So I did not start using my precept ball until the tee shot on 18 of the 72nd hole.
It's not bad.
So I finished with that. So all my Bridgestones are gone. But
never forget.
Yeah, not forgotten. That's for sure.
Well, I'm glad. I assume your team took the L in the Ryder Cup. And
yes, yeah.
But
going into the match play, we would have had to have gone 5-1 in order to win. So only our pairings could have lost, and since both Terry and I both lost, I think we both out of it by the 15th hole.
Now, was Terry the number 6 seed for your group?
Yes, and he played really well. He played really well considering the course. I mean, this is it's almost a 7,000-yard course. So considering that, he played really, really well. And it was just one of those deals, man.
Yeah.
It's a culmination. I think of all the strokes, all the holes, everything just kind of snowballed, and this hole behind me that you're seeing, this is I believe this is 17. This is 17 green, and two over my right shoulder, or over my left shoulder here, right over there. That, not this body of water that you see behind me directly, but over that there's a little waterfall there.
Right.
That other body of water that I proceeded to plunk, probably the most pivotal shot of the whole week, into the water. And there were several shots that I wish I could have had back, where I was in good position. I had a good lie, and just didn't hit them the way I wanted to. Plenty, you hate the ones that you're perfect lie. You know what you need to do. You got plenty of green to work with, and you just don't execute the shot. So anyway, there were several that I did execute. In fact, when we were in Moccasin Bend, probably the best, other than that 10th hole at Moccasin Bend, there was a par 5, par 5 13th at Moccasin Bend that went right along the side of the Tennessee River. And tee shot, I hit it. It had a little bit of a slice to it. It bounced twice, and then it went down into the river. So we couldn't use that. Luckily, we were playing, best ball. So my partner hit one, and it was inbounds, but it was about the same distance as mine. So on that par 5, there was a little bit of water, probably about 120 yards from where we were. So he hit his shot. Now it went over, but it was still leaving us about 90 yards, for our next shot, which the case was going to be, that was our third shot. So I was taking our third shot from about, I would say probably 220 yards out with a 4-iron, my 4 hybrid, and I absolutely smoked this ball. I couldn't even see the green from where I was, and I hit it to within about 8 feet of the pin, then made the putt for birdie. So that was probably the high point.
There you go.
And that was on Monday.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a big announcement.
All right, talk to me.
You have 1 week to get healthy.
All right.
As the big fella is heading south to Ackworth, Georgia, to take on Adam Freeman. Match play.
Yes.
July 2nd. Put it in the books. Plans have been made.
Have they? Yes.
Podcast live with the boy. Golf with the guy to see if he really backs it up, if he's telling the truth on any of his golf game or not.
All right.
It is on as the boys for Brentwood are coming down.
All right. Who's coming?
Me and my lovely wife in tow.
Oh, are y'all staying here?
No.
Okay.
No. Listen. First of all, I would say yes, but you got your daughter out there gallivanting around down in Destin. Okay. Second of all, there's no way I'm staying in your house, buddy.
All right, so you want me to get a tee time on July 2nd?
I need you to understand something.
Okay.
I'm not just coming down there to pat you on the back. I'm putting the hammer on you, and you're going to see how we play golf in Tennessee, my friend.
Hey, bring it on, dude. Bring it on. You tell me where you want to play. If you want to play the course behind my house,
I want you to have the most fair advantage that you can have, man.
That may be the best option for me, to be quite honest.
You know me, cheaper is better.
It is better, and it's only going to cost you, I think, $34. And look, now that I know far enough in advance, I go on Golf Now. I'll get us a hot deal. How about that?
All right, hot deal. And I'm expecting post-match meal at the Mexican restaurant.
You got it, man. You got it. Absolutely.
Whatever you've been chirping about.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. Absolutely.
So mark your calendar. July 2nd, I'm coming for you, Freeman, and I'm going to take the title.
All right. It's going to happen. All right. We'll talk about details off air. Everybody, we appreciate you guys listening. Hit us up on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at D3Sports, and check out our YouTube channel, Drive Through Sports with Adam and Paul, as well as listen to us on all our different platforms. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, and Spotify. And so until tomorrow, we'll have another episode for you. But for Paul Brees in Brentwood, Tennessee, Adam Freeman here in lovely Atlanta, Georgia, you're listening to Drive Through Sports with Adam and Paul.